Hey y'all, how is everybody doing? Y'all forgive me. I was trying to drink this tea that Egypt sent me. It is fixing my throat. As y'all can see, I got a little more volume. Hello, hello. Let me see who's in the house so we can sit down and get to our gossip on this good front porch. Kendra, how you doing? Good to see you. We got Tina. Happy to be happy. Yes, we had fun last night. Lativia, Megan, hey girl. I'm so glad you're here. Chanel D. Queen, Gwen, Silver Diamond. All right, Velma Cook. Hey, Auntie Eva, Mo Walker. Listen, the family is coming on in. Hopefully they'll come on. Y'all know YouTube be doing me dirty. So they might tell them we on. They might not tell them we on. One thing about it and two things for sure, we gonna have a good time regardless. Hey, you say you going to the bodega to get a Corona. Anybody want anything? Listen, if y'all want something, y'all better tell JC to pick you up something from the corner store. You'll take a margarita. Okay, y'all tripping. I think we had enough to drink last night. JC, wasn't you leaning last night at movie night? M.R. Spiller, how you doing? Jam. Yo, Jam. I slept with my baby Yoda last night. I was so happy. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Because I've been wanting a baby Yoda. Hey, Queen of C. How y'all doing? Oh my gosh. Snooky, Velda, Quiet Storm 87, Stu, Sandra Richardson. M Joy L. Hey, listen, I'm so happy y'all here. I am. I'm excited. We had a good time last night at movie night. If y'all missed it, I'm so sorry. Miss Sharon Redmond, how you doing, girl? Listen, y'all. HU Angel One. Hey, yo. Yes, I did update it. I'm so glad you checked it because y'all know I be excited when I can do something right. So I'm glad you saw that. Hey, Smart Cookie. You say let you lean. Oh man. New Year's Day. Hey, brown skin beauty. What's up? Private Joy. Hey girl. Listen, I'm so glad y'all made it to the porch. Anybody else to come in? I guess they just show up when they show up, if they show up, right? And in the meanwhile, we do this. Fatty back soup. Hey baby. How you doing? Look, you know it's front porch gossip time. So we gonna do this thing. Hey, Imani's mommy. My nephew, my favorite nephew in the world. How you doing? I'm so glad to see you with your good looking self. I know that's right. Sandy, me, myself, done made it to the porch. Baby, look, we got to talk about what's going on with these people. The link is there. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, the porch light is on. Yes, honey. Keaton, you done made it up in here. I'm glad you men are here because listen, we're gonna pick y'all brains again tonight. Don't think that y'all got away because that was the other weekend. This weekend we picking y'all brains again if y'all up in here. We gonna do it. Yes, we are. The front porch may well turn to the back porch. You just don't know what might happen over here, honey. You just don't know. So listen. Whoo! Y'all, didn't we have a good time last night? We had a good time at movie night. I hate to keep gushing about it, but we had fun. We watched Tu Wong Fu, we clowned. We had a good time. And it started because somebody said something that was blasphemous and had the nerve to say, yeah, y'all hit that like button, had the nerve and the audacity to say that Wendy Osefo, or should I say Bubba Sparks with her new booty, looked like Noxzema Jackson. And I'm so sorry, but she can't hold a candle to Noxzema Jackson. So in honor of Auntie Nazi, we watched Tu Wong Fu and we had a great time. So y'all just be on the lookout because we're gonna be doing a whole lot more stuff off of YouTube so we can say and do what we want to do, drink like we want to drink, and we ain't got to worry about what them people feel about it. How about that? So anyway, that was fun. Yes, Bubba Sparks, you ain't know. Evangelist, how you doing? Okay. All right. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, Dorit watched it. She said she enjoyed it. Child, we all had fun last night at the movie night, and then we came back to the porch. This is our entertainment coordinator. She says she looking into how to make a game night. So yeah, it's going down. Y'all just be ready. Listen, now I'm gonna tell y'all, game night, y'all ain't finna do nothing with no script, nothing. Y'all ain't doing no script poker. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Listen, I'm warning y'all ahead of time because I seen Keaton come in the door, and y'all know Keaton like to get naked. So we ain't finna have no foolishness. Make sure y'all know that ain't nobody stripping, okay? Rochelle say, "Hey, Shanitra, I received my lip gloss from Young Villa, and I love them." I told you that girl got some good lip gloss. Hey, Allison. Hey, Kendra. You say how you join for movie night. All you gotta be is a channel member. And membership link is always in the description box below the video. Okay? So make sure that you're a member so next time we do our thing, it is what it is. You said maybe a chicken strip. I know that's right. That's the only thing y'all better be stripping up in here. But you know I got to say that when it comes to you, Keaton, because you can't keep your clothes on. I don't know why, but you just can't keep your clothes on. What DC say? Yeah, I don't do nudie, plastic seat type of stuff. LOL. Lord, saying to me myself, say, where my dollars at? Don't y'all get no dollars and start no foolishness up in here. Don't you do it. So listen, we got to talk, y'all, because we got some more dirt defenders. These people ain't bathing and they bragging about it, okay? Nitra, how you doing? Oh, Kesey made it. Y'all tell Kesey, hey, boo. And poetic verses of virtue. I'm so glad that the family is here. Yeah, we born naked. Yes, we are. But after you get here, I'm gonna need y'all to get some clothes. Phoenix Rising. Hey, I love it. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to see you over here kicking it with us, girl. So listen, I'm trying to put the link in the chat so I can start running my mouth comfortably. And I ain't got to worry about if the link is up there or whatever. Let me pin that so I ain't got to do it no more. Quiet Storm, what you say? Show ain't doing no stripping. I just came to dance like Cousin Ebony. Okay. Hey, Ernestine, Lady C Red. Okay, got it. Lord, she say $100 bills only. Girl, you must be over there shaking everything your mama gave you. Don't shake it up in here. Don't do it. Don't start nothing. Sandy talking about where her purse at. So listen, y'all, we got to drag these nasty clear people back to the porch. Well, this fella, Jake Gyllenhaal. Now, I don't know if y'all remember him. He's one of these Hollywood actors. And for some reason right now, all of them are coming out to let y'all know that they ain't bathing and they ain't shamed. And I want to know why they telling us this. I need to understand why. Now, this Jake Gyllenhaal person, he was in Donnie Darko, he was in Brokeback Mountain, he was in one of the Spider-Man pictures. But what I'm not understanding is why Mr. Jake Gyllenhaal has made it his business to let everybody know that he's not washing his tail. Now I need to know. Yeah, Jake too. So you talking about no, not Jake. Yeah, Jake. Jake went to chiming in to let y'all know that Ashton ain't the only person that's been cornered the market on dirt. Hey, M. Good to see you. Yeah, just nasty. Y'all go ahead and grab them royal family emojis and bathtubs because baby, they need a bath. I have had enough. She says Jake Gyllenhaal looked like he got Bell's palsy. So y'all gonna start sniping already? That's what we're doing. Allison Labadee say you happy to be here? Okay. Yeah, Keith say, oh Lord, the Hollywood crew. They are weird. And it's like bad enough if you nasty. Now you running around advertising that you're nasty. So what happens to the actors and actresses that gotta, act opposite him in movies now? Like, do you tell people, I'm not gonna talk to him or I can't do no scenes with him? I don't want to shake his hand in this movie because I know he don't watch it. Like, what can you do to help yourself as an actress at this point? And I saw it talking about he going back to his roots. I guess so. Sunshine, you ain't lying. That's exactly what they're doing. And this mess is disgusting. Velda say they got COVID. They have COVID minds. They minds is diseased. Oh man. Listen, these people are scaring me. They are really and truly scaring me. Shirley Franklin, you telling us you a new member? Well, Shirley, welcome to the royal family. Y'all welcome Shirley. Let her know she is welcome. Y'all give her a royal welcome, okay? Mo say maybe he had to explain the flies around his head. Now, y'all ain't finna start sniping already, are you? Are we sniping already? Don't worry, y'all t-shirts are in the making. I'm on top of it. We're gonna make sure y'all got y'all t-shirts because y'all don't waste no time taking shots at these people. These snipers are ready to go. They better be careful because I can't keep these people from sniping them. I need them to bathe to make my job just a little bit easier. Okay? Say they talking about building immunity, and I'm like, no, go wash your ass and your ass, feet, and taint. I am not studying you, but you telling the truth. I'm trying to understand who does this and say all that money and don't wash your behind. Poor people wash their ass. Soap is like $1 for a single. It is, and if you go to the Dollar Tree, you can get 2 and 3 bars for $1. There's no excuse to be stained. Yes, child, pig pen vibes, right? And yes, he did say the taint, and I'm gonna have to agree with him. I'm gonna have to agree with him. Your taint. Child Snooki say unbathed white folks almost killed off the natives. Girl, they almost killed off themselves during that Black Plague. She said, that's why I don't eat. Never mind. Amen. Amen. And that's all. I don't understand why we not bathing. And I surely do not understand why we not bathing and bragging about it. So at this point, I just feel like, y'all, let's just wait and see who else come out of the woodwork to brag about spanking. I didn't know that was a trend, but it's a trend that I will be skipping. Fatty Backsuit said not washing his butt and putting on fresh drawers. I bet. I bet too. I bet he got all kind of clean drawers that he putting on his behind. But it make you wonder, do he wash his clothes or do he just throw them out and buy new ones? Velda say building immunity to funk. You're right. Their nose is immune to that smell. What they call it, y'all, going nose blind. Rob Frost say, I have gopher holes in my lawn. Can I have some of that dirt? You know what? They got it to spell. They got it to spell. And you say, can we stop being surprised? Baby, I'm not surprised at the dirt. I'm surprised because they keep telling people. Now, you got a right to be nasty if that's what makes you happy. But why in the hell are you telling people that you're nasty? Why is this a point of advertising? Why are we doing this? Yeah, why is it always the mayonnaise who makes these claims? We're not skipping baths to build their immune system. I don't listen. Pineapples, okay, pineapples. I'm uncomfortable. I'm not understanding why this is happening, and I'm just done. Phoenix Rising, thank you so much for the super chat. She say 20 just because. And sis, I love you so much, and thank you for supporting this stream. I'll be over here working hard for y'all, sweating, but I bathe though. I do wash after I sweat. So I appreciate you and thank you for supporting the stream. I love you, sis. So let's see. Mo say, I'm going to stay washed up and smelling good. Not me, not never. Amen. Love my dogs too. Hey. So I made it to the front porch. You know, I'll be happy when you make it to the porch. And I miss you when you're not here. And Wicked 548, you too. Hey, baby. JC say, Jake's nether region smell like vinegar and turpentine. Whoo. I'm so done and I'm so dead. But you ain't lying though. Mel Jojo Joe 29 say, Lord, I just got here. Who's unwashed behind are we talking about now? We talking about Jake Gyllenhaal. He done joined the Dirt Defenders because that's my term of affection for these people who refuse to bathe and then decide that they want to announce it to people because they want to, they want to defend their dirt. So we're gonna let them be the Dirt Defenders. I wonder if they're gonna come out with a movie for next summer or if they just gonna release some hoodies and joggers with the double D on the back. That's what I want to know. So Queen B say, I miss movie night. I fell asleep. I'm sorry you did, girl. We'll do it again. Jamie, hey, sunshine, sunshine. What you say, girl? If more come out saying the same thing, I'm gonna be worried about the water. What they know that we don't know, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with the water. There's something wrong with their brain. Nothing wrong with the water at all. Mm-mm. And Tina, you tripping talking about now you smell corn chips. I'm through. Allah says, what in the pig pen from Charlie Brown is going on with these fools? Girl, I'm trying to figure out what in the Black Plague is going on with these fools. Hey, Juanita. So now, we done covered this mess before. Because you know it came up when we was talking about Ashton and his dirty wife and them dirty children. And I'm not just talking about the children. I'm talking about the fact that their mom and dad is not taking good care of them. Hey, Christian. The fact that they're not taking good care of them, that's a problem. And what I want to know is how come nobody has called DCF on these people or children and families or DIFUS or whatever you call it, whatever state they live in. Why are they not calling the people? Because that's a form of child abuse. I'm sorry. You say, oh, honestly, not surprised. I'll stay bathed and moisturized. Thank you. That's exactly why we in this panini. I agree. I agree. Oh, thank you, sis. Yeah, and exactly. Ain't nothing wrong with the water. Something wrong with them. You ain't got no reason not to be washing your tail. It's horrible. So they came out with it. I told y'all before, it was a descent. It's like they was testing the water to see what they could get away with. They started by telling us they don't wash their food before they cook it. They pulling meat out the pack. Don't even rinse it off. Just slap it in a pan and start chewing on it. Usually with it half cooked and seasoned with ice cubes, right? So then they started telling us, well, I ain't washing my legs and the feet because the soap and stuff run down. Okay. You say, are they vegan and don't wash their egg? Probably so. I don't know. Maybe they think being vegan means you don't need soap. I don't know. I tried to be vegan and I still had to bathe, so I don't know. Then they turn around and now they just out and out saying I don't wash, and I'm trying to figure it out. Diamond Pearl Jim say white privilege. So are they privileged not to bathe? Because I know they're not privileged not to stink. I don't smell a few of them. Did I hear about Kim Zolciak being broke? I did. I did. And I'm gonna tell you, I believe she broke too. Because you know she was up there trying to charge people, telling people to sign up for some kind of spiritual counseling or spiritual something for $70 per month per person. Who finna give her $70 a month to do anything spiritual for them? Oh, now you say, didn't Serena have to teach her husband how to use a washcloth? Now I ain't hear that. Now, if that's true, you say you right. Oh, y'all just hit me with some stuff I ain't never heard. So you mean to tell me Serena married that man and he got all that money and she got all that money and her house is in constant danger of funk? Is that what y'all sitting up here telling me? Is that what I'm supposed to be believing at this point? Is this really what's happening? Elder, thank you so much for the super sticker, girl. I appreciate you supporting this stream while we trying to cover and figure out what in the clear funk is going on. Jaja say they the same ones came out with not washing meat before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They said that first. And the thing is, they told us about it by accident. I believe, because it started with this television show. They trying to teach people how to cook and how you can just open the pack of meat easy and it just drop in the pan. And everybody in the black lady on there was like, so when do you wash it? And it sparked this whole debate about washing or not washing meat before you cook it. And I was literally gagging about that show and how they was talking about as us folks, we ain't never finna take no pack of meat out no pack and just put it in a pan. You got to clean that off. It don't even feel clean. You say them folks can get in a swimming pool every day, but a bathtub, yeah. So chlorine water don't bother them. It's just something about soap and water. It's not the water that's the issue. It's the soap that scares them. Now you know what? If some people come out and say they brush their teeth once a week, I'm leaving. I'm leaving the internet. I'm not recording another nothing because that's when things have gone too far. Miss Sharon said at this point they can't bathe because the dang water is running from their stain. Oh my God. The water running from them. Hey Angela, I'm glad you made it, girl. This is just out of control. I just don't know what else to say. It's just out of control. Lord, let me see. Angela, thank you for the super stick. I appreciate you. Yeah, so you watched that clear woman. You seen her clean the chicken with bleach. So she want to die. Hey, these people scare me. You say, I don't want to get in the pool behind them. I don't either. That's why I don't really do pools like that. I prefer to go to the lake, the ocean, the river, the springs. Florida, we got water everywhere. At least that way I feel like, it's a natural filtration that's gonna keep their funk off of me. Yes, I don't understand it. Hey, talk facts. Keaton, what you say? Say there was a segment on Dr. Oz when he told people not to wash their meat, and I was like the caucasity of it all. Listen, if they like dirt and if dirt, soothes their settler souls, then you go ahead and you have your dirt. But don't be bringing that into the potluck asking people to eat nothing. Now that's what you don't do. That's just nasty. That's just nasty. You say this. I'm gonna watch the movie Osmosis. Oh, Osmosis Jones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need to stop. Like this has gotten out of control. I don't know. Nika say I think we just scratching the stinky surface. There's definitely more to come. I'm afraid. I am afraid. Yeah, Tina say she remember that episode, Keaton. Yes, girl, I said them the settler souls. Now, if that dirt soothes they settler souls, then keep your dirt. But keep your dirt to yourself. Stop announcing it. Stop telling people you dirty. Stop bragging about being dirty. I don't know whether the dirt give them a sense of pride or whether it just make them feel like they doing something special, or maybe they feel like their dirt makes them unique or gives them special powers. But just for for me and the rest of the world that doesn't have a vendetta against soap and water, please y'all keep it to yourself. Stop telling us you dirty. We already suspected a few things on account of the smelling like old hot dog water and bologna wrappers. We were suspecting something, but you didn't have to go and just remove all doubt. You didn't have to do that. Velda say they wonder why black don't crack. Washcloths exfoliate, keeping our skins young. Yes, yes, ain't nothing like a wash rag. Y'all know that. Catherine say we need to get a hold of one of their maids to tell us the tea, cause something ain't right, girl. The them maids probably need therapy. They need all kind of medication and whatnot to try to get their mind back right after being in them people's house. I can't imagine what them houses smell like. Okay, I don't know. Mel Jojo says the fact that it's a valid question to ask if someone washes their legs. Yes, that should not be a question. Why is that a thing? First of all, I shouldn't have to ask if you wash your behind. That should not be a thing. We shouldn't have to ask them to normalize bathing. We shouldn't have to ask you that. You should know to wash your tail without anybody telling you. That's scary. Hey, Candace Lane. Yes, black folks, we got all kind of different things we do. We sit up and compare how we wash the meat before we cook it. We don't discuss not washing it and why other people do. See, Miss Sharon, perfect example. Say I soak it in salt water and wash off my beef. So chicken and salt water, wash the beef off. Some people use vinegar when they washing meat and stuff. The white vinegar, make sure everything is nice and clean, get all the grease and dirt and bacteria off. Some people just use clear water when they doing it. Some people got all kind of little, they'll mix the vinegar with that. Some people use baking soda in the water when they washing the meat. So we got all kind of techniques for getting clean. We don't have excuses for not doing it. You could say my former supervisor said she ain't wash her clothes for months. She would just throw dirty clothes in the dry. Oh, that nasty cow. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not shocked about the dirt. I'm shocked about them announcing it. Is this some kind of revolution they didn't tell us about? Child, M. Joel say, y'all better stock up on the masks. Y'all better stock up on latex gloves, hazmat suits, stock up on everything. Wash rags, put a tent over your house. Okay, if it's the mailman, tell him just throw it to the door. Just don't touch nothing. That's right. Ain't nothing like old wash rag. Quiet Storm say next we're gonna have a doctor coming out saying it's not unhealthy to skip bath days. And that will be the day I stop listening to clear doctors. Girl, you still listening to them? Because I don't. You say one less at the barbecue. Y'all gonna get enough to invite them to barbecue anyway. What you inviting them for? Then when they mess around and all of a sudden everybody who invited them, they're sitting up itching and scratching, then it's a problem. Me either, Snooky. Why? But we have to address it. Every time they come out defending dirt, we got to stand up and say no to dirt. And we should not have to be doing that and protesting dirt. But here we are in 2021, the year of our Lord, 2021, August, on the 7th day, we're having to say no to dirt. And yet we gonna do it every single time. And then speaking of protesting and whatnot, okay, we got to talk about Simon Nobody. Simon Trump, the man who likes to grab cooties in public. Apparently, this Negro had the audacity, y'all, to be on Instagram. And yes, I said Instagram because they get up there and it only takes an instant to make a fool out of themselves. So this Negro is standing up out there holding a handwritten sign that said, I am a man, I say prove it, in front of Hosea Williams Foundation, where they, help the needy people. So he out there trying to be a protester. Why are you trying to protest? Hey, Alondra, all of a sudden you trying to be an activist? Simon, so he out there trying to be a protester. And why are you trying to protest? Hey, Alondra, all of a sudden you trying to be an activist? Simon, learned my phone. A protester. And why are you trying to protest? Hey, Alondra. Hold on. Love my dogs. You got to turn off your other browser, baby. It's echoing. I'm going to mute the mic. Let me mute you again. If you got us open on another tab, if you got us open on another tab, or like if you clicked it on your laptop, make sure you close the tab with me playing. Okay, I'm gonna unmute you again.
Can you hear me now?
Sis?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Yes. How you doing?
I am good. I finally got the nerve to come on.
Well, come on in, girl. What you think? I'm doing good. I'm feeling a lot better. I had some ginger and turmeric tea, and it burned like a son of a gun going down, but it helped so much. So I'm glad about that. What you want to tell us?
You sound a lot better. I just had to look. I had to get out of bed to come over here to kind of I guess say about my clear folks as it relates to non-bathing.
Okay.
So I just wanted to share something. I had a friend when I was in high school, and we knew each other for years. And it's so ironic that they don't like water, because I can remember her just, I don't mean to be rude if I can say this.
Girl, say what you want to say. You want
her
to
spraying her what do you call it? Her clothes with Summer's Eve spray instead of bathing. Yes. Instead of bathing to go to work, instead of washing her clothes in a machine, it was just bad. You know, just the fact that a few of them I went to school with, they were not clean. And even at my workplace, just going into the ladies' room, it just kind of was repulsive. So I just had to get on here to say that it's almost typical, and maybe I shouldn't say that, but it also seems like it's typical for some of them not to be clean as far as liking
the
water.
Most sanitary, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, I had a horrible experience at a job one time too. I went in the bathroom behind one of them, and I had to go home early from work that day. I was sick. I couldn't get myself together no more.
I'm glad you said. I don't know how far I can go with my turn, but it almost smelled like wild wolf in the bathroom. It was just it was horrible. I just it's horrible.
Oh my God.
I work around a lot of them. Luckily, right now I'm working from home during the pandemic, but I work at a hospital and I do research, and quite a few of those people that I work with, it's only a handful of my people. And it's not been a pleasant experience for the last 20 years. So I just need to come in here and share. And it may not be across the board, but my experience in my years.
A lot. Yeah. And I'm glad you said something. Phoenix Rising, thank you for the super chat. Sis, she said, Queen is working hard. I appreciate it. But sis, you ain't said nothing wrong. That's why I say, listen, you say it like it is, because you ain't lying. And standing me myself is hollering about that wild wolf. Because, and listen, let me tell you something. I literally had the wolf analogy in my head. I had one boss girl, and it was a he, so I didn't have to go in the bathroom behind him. Praise be to the Most High. But I went to his office, and it had been raining. And baby, that man office smelled like Call of the Wild. I say, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Listen, I had to talk to him from the doorway, and it was still slapping the hell out of me. I was assaulted. I didn't know whether to file a police report or just go to the bucket and let everything come on out, because it was horrible. Horrible. I don't know. That's why I say I've been suspecting that it's some people that's been skipping baths.
Oh yeah.
They got the nerve to come out and then start defending the lack of bathing. I wasn't ready.
It's bad. It's bad. I was raised, and I'm 65, and I was raised, you better make sure you take a bath, you change your clothes. You don't know if you're gonna get in a car accident. That's what my mama used to say. You don't know what's gonna happen when you leave the house. You make sure you clean up from head to toe.
Smelling like a box full of puppies. It don't make no sense. Girl, Keaton say when we was in boarding school, a lot of them didn't bathe. It was like foreign to them. And some of them always complained that I was always in the shower. and no, I wasn't doing that. Boy, we didn't think you was doing that. We just know you like to wash your tail. Lord, Diamond Pearl Jim say the ladies' room started me asking who made this and that for the Alpha's parties. I get 2 plates. One goes in the plate. Uh-huh.
She has
Exactly.
never lied.
But you know what, girl? I never played that. I never played no games with a potluck. I would tell them flat out, I'm not eating from you unless I know your house is clean and you can take it any way you want to.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you're not in the poison me with can't you, don't you? Because you around
Mm-mm.
here not clean. You got dogs and cats, scraping their butts along top of your counters and stove tops. I don't know when the last time you seen soap and water, and I don't know the last time it seen you. I'm not
Yeah,
eating.
that's the bad thing. That's the worst thing about it because you watch them. As long as I've been working at this hospital, you watch them. They will go in the bathroom, come out the stall, and they
Don't
will
even.
not, they'll turn the water on, and if they wash their hands, it's gonna go up in there for 1 second, no soap. And I'm telling you, I will give them a side eye and say something. I don't give a damn. Excuse me, I don't care.
Yeah.
I will say, you know what? That's nasty. I've seen people even spit in the kitchen, the break room sink,
Oh,
up, hawk up. It's just gross.
Jesus.
Like, oh no. Mm-mm.
These
So,
people crazy, man. They
oh yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
Lord, girl, Miss Evans said if it ain't store bought at the potluck, she ain't eating it. And I ain't mad at you.
I
I'm
hear
not
that.
mad at you. We worked at that prison a long time, and I'm here to tell you, when we did potluck, it was us doing potluck, and they brought stuff, and they stuff sat there for them. We wasn't eating that. And I was so terrible, girl. I would volunteer. I will fix the plates because you're not even finna be playing over our pots
Oh
because y'all
yeah.
not clean. You're not gonna do it.
Yeah,
Deidre,
they get
thank you for the super
nasty.
chat. She said I got sent to the principal in 3rd grade because I told my classmate not to sit next to me because she smelled like a wet dog after getting wet. Well, baby, I'm
Girl,
glad you stood up for yourself.
you know, I don't want to sound bad. This is my first time calling into any YouTube, but that's something for sure. I don't want to sound like I'm prejudiced or anything, but just from my own personal experience, when hair is not clean,
Yeah,
we put product in our hair. We
yes,
don't get what you call them, lice or whatever. We put so many
right.
things in our hair, so we can't even have that in our hair. But their hair sometimes, in my opinion, smell just like wet dog. I don't know. It just grosses me out. And maybe I'm going too far. Maybe I need to leave. But I'm
Girl,
just
you
speaking
fine.
my opinion. It's not a good look. And I'm not saying all of them, but some, the ones I've come in
Yeah,
contact
some
with.
people don't like, this is just the truth. And I'm gonna say this for the record. I don't care who you are. If you're not watching your behind, I got a whole problem with you, man.
Oh yeah.
Make no mistake about it. If you're not washing your tail, I have a problem with you.
Oh
And I'm
yeah.
probably never gonna like you if you don't wash your
Oh,
behind.
yeah.
'Cause
My mama used to say,
I can't think of a good reason for you not to bathe.
My mama used to say back in the day, if you smell yourself, you got a problem. But when somebody else smell you, you know what? You need to, if you smell yourself, you got a problem. Somebody else smell you, your problem. You need to sit down and check yourself. You need to wash your behind. And I'm serious. That's how we were raised. It was 6 girls and 1 boy. And my mama scrubbed, washed. She taught us every piece of hygiene. We
Yeah,
had to
wash
take
it
care
out.
of ourselves. We
Now,
did that.
girl, look at this. This child said, what about when a person eats shrimp and it leaks through their pores? Is that something different? It's still called you gotta bathe. I'm not understanding what
You
could come
got
out of
to.
you that you can't wash off.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, you got to bathe. Listen, I don't care who you are, I don't care what color you are. You can be
That's right.
green if you like. I don't care if you polka dot, if you plaid, if you got stripes. I need you to bathe. Everything must be clean. Hey, Wani Jam say hair, nails, anything. It's a no for me.
That's right.
Yes. And how hard is it to bathe? I'm mad that in 2021 we got to stand up against the dirt defenders. Why? We got to fight against dirt. You got to go to bed. All right, Keisha. Good night. So yeah, so that there's that. I mentioned Simon with his foolishness. I don't know if y'all went and looked on his Instagram, but please help yourself. Standing out there, girl, with one of those, those poster boards the kids use for projects at school. Like
Yeah.
somebody wrote on it with a pencil talking about I am a man. I don't understand. Why is he trying to be an activist? And why are you holding up signs that actually pertain to a whole different time in American history? Like, what the hell are you doing? What, like, who put a battery in his back? Who is his handler? And can they please hurry up and go get him? I've had enough of Simon Trump. Now, I know some people like him or enjoy him for some reason. I don't know who those people are or why they enjoy him. I just know that I'm tired of Simon Trump. This man is literally doing anything and everything possible trying to be relevant, and I'm not sure why.
Who the hell is he? Who is Simon Trump?
He is Simon, Simon Guabati, the one that was married to the little funny looking girl. Okay. And now he going with Portia. So he outside of Portia's granddaddy's, one of his charity organizations, holding signs with other people trying to protest or be an activist. It's like, Simon, you're not an activist, honey. You're not.
I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I'm late. But I know who you're talking about.
But what I don't understand is, what is his deal with trying to be relevant? Like, what is this about? I'm not understanding.
It's just that he's trying to be, that's exactly what it is. He is trying to be relevant, but he's not.
Oh my God. Well, enough with him. I ain't gonna stay on that too much, because you're right, Keaton. He clout chasing. And I'm really over him. I've had enough. Yeah, girl, that Simon. Y'all know I call him Simon Trump ever since he reached around and tried to touch Portia Coochie on the camera on Instagram. He did, girl. He did. They were at Tamika Mallory's birthday party in New York, and somebody was recording them, and they was up there dancing around, and he reached around to touch her privates.
Oh no! Oh no!
I already didn't like him, but that did not help. That didn't help at all.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see it, and I'm actually glad I didn't, because he's repulsive to me.
He is, and after he tried to get that girl that pep smear at that party, he's been Simon Trump forever for me. He will never ever have no respect for me. Absolutely not. That was disgusting. And then, y'all, we got to talk about Bernie Mac's daughter. Why was she doing interviews trying to basically paint a picture of Bernie like he was a bad daddy or he was too harsh because he told her not to let somebody bully her? So apparently she's doing this interview, and I heard her. I heard about it over on Nosy Heaux channel, because Nosy was covering it, and it shocked me half to death. So she sat up there with her strange accent self, and she's, giving us this story about how, some little boy punched her, and her daddy went and defended her, and he got her by herself. Mind you, didn't embarrass her, but told her, basically, why did you let this boy bully you? Go over there and tear his behind up. Now, is it just me, girl? Because I know we from a different generation than some of the younger folks. But a lot of times that's what they told us to do. Go and defend yourself.
That's exactly. I remember when I was younger, my best friend bullied me, and my mother pulled me into the room and said, if you don't go back in there, you better go back in there and you better hit her. And from then on, that was it. I don't care. I'm 5'1", and I think I'm 6'10". I will whoop somebody's behind. And if I can't reach them, I'm going to knock them down and then get them on the ground. That's just who I am, because that's how I was raised. No, that wasn't. He didn't do nothing wrong with her.
Right. That's what I said. And it bothered me. Christian Key said, I didn't like what she said. That man was trying to teach you to defend yourself. My mama told me the same thing, and I'm 31. Exactly. So it's like you literally had a good, strong Black father, and you complained because he was actually parenting you. Like some of these younger folks, not all of them, but some of them that, the children of these celebrities, they have the worst attitudes, and they have this strange idea that, they were supposed to be coddled. And because your parents were real Black parents and got on your tail and tried to instill something in you, now all of a sudden you a victim. I wish Bernie could crawl out that grave and slap hell out that girl. She's irritating. Hey, Jazzy Cuteness. She said that's exactly what my mama would have said. It's times my mama did say that, flat, just like that. Exactly. Either you whoop him, I'm going to whoop you.
That's right. That's exactly what was said. Because if you don't, I'm going to do it to you. That's it. We have to learn how. do it. We had to. It was nothing wrong. And I thought, I don't think there's nothing wrong, but I don't want to say anything that might, be looked at otherwise. But I was just raised a different way. The
Right.
way the way it's done now, it's just totally different. It's a different era.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is different.
Yeah, and it just it irritates me, and it's just like you were willing to try to throw dirt on your daddy's name just to be seen. That was
No,
horrible. Jazzy Cuteness said, "I wish I had a daddy like that. I grew up without my father in the home." And a lot of people have that story, and she legit had a good, strong dad. And this is the best you can do to repay him, is to try to throw dirt on his name. It's just
yeah,
horrible. She really, really lost a lot of cool points with me for that. I'd never seen her before, never heard of the heifer, and now I hope to never hear about her again. Because I thought that was just about the trashiest thing I'd ever seen done.
yeah. That was low. I found that to be very. That was, to me, it was disheartening because Bernie. That was my husband in my mind. But
Okay.
but yeah, that made her lose some points with me as well.
Yeah, it was just it was trashy. Oh, Egypt made it in the building. Hey, girl. But yeah, it was too much. I thought that was so low class. Like, why did you have to do that with your daddy name? Bernie was a good man, period, point blank. You couldn't even say he wasn't a good father to you. You were just angry because he didn't let you try to act like some of them clear folks.
Exactly.
He literally gave you a black parent, and that's what you needed. Yeah, it was just too much. It was too much, and I was really disgusted by her. It was too much. Linda says her mother must have cut her off from that coin, and she's hurting for some money because I remember her praising Bernie Mac as the best father ever in the world. Now all of a sudden he's a bad father. Right, right. Like I'm somebody that will tell you, like I know I had the best daddy on the planet. Ain't nobody gonna tell me they had a better daddy than mine. And I
Okay.
would never, I don't care if I was down to my last $2 and eating dirt sandwiches, you couldn't get me to say nothing bad about my father.
All
Not to
right.
save my life and yours either. That was very disgusting. You say she probably got a check to throw dirt on his name. But that's what I'm saying, boo. You ain't got enough money to make me say nothing bad about Philip Smith. And he ain't even famous. You couldn't pay me nothing to say nothing bad about Philip Smith.
All right.
It just would never happen. You would, yeah, I mean, to me, that's just one of the most ridiculous things that she could have done. And I really lost a lot of respect for her. And now we got to slide on over to this whole, back to this Verzuz drama. Okay, so I was told that apparently Styles P wanted to make some statement to let people know that there was no beef between them and Dipset, and they didn't want people starting that narrative or whatever, yada yada. Now, this is the thing. Yeah, her and Dr. Dre daughter should be roommates. Jam, you a trip, but you're telling the truth. Okay. So now this is the thing. Now, I understand why he said that, and maybe he felt like he needed to. But sis, I don't know why he felt that way. Why would you feel like you needed to do that? Nobody thought it was beef. We just watched the murder. I told me and Egypt was talking earlier. I told her that. I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, you sat there. Hey, Rah. You sat there. Y'all came up on that stage. They did that whole verses. The verses was over in the first 10 minutes. It was over. Dipset had no answer for nothing that they were doing. So when it comes down to it, y'all committed this crime on national or international platforms. Everybody saw what happened. We saw Dipset had no way to come back. At this point, y'all was just kicking the bodies across the stage. There was nothing. Cameron looked confused. Joel Santana looked like a whole garbage can threw up on him. Jim Jones was high as a mink coat as usual. Like these guys, it was horrible. We watched this happen. Like at this point, we're all in danger of being called to court as material witnesses to this crime. So don't be talking about it ain't no beef. If you didn't want nobody to think it was a beef, you didn't have to beat the people up that bad. Hey, DT, it's the truth. Listen, the Locks won that versus in 10 minutes. I want to see in the chat who believes that the Locks didn't win in 10 minutes. Who believes that versus could have ended after the first 10 minutes? Because I feel like that. I feel like at that point, The whole thing could have been over. Rah, I understand. Ain't nothing wrong with loving them both, but they did not make it through that verses. They were done in 10 minutes. They could have made that verses 10 minutes long, and the rest of it could have just been like a Lots, celebration concert or something, because it was not a verses. Catherine Jerkin says Jadakiss deserves a raise for carrying the whole crew on his back. He does, and they need to buy him some of them Dawn's back pills. Because he did that. It was just horrible. Tina said it could have ended in 5 minutes. And then they went and they did the entire verses just kicking these people's corpses across the stage.
I'm mad. I work so much. I didn't see it at all. I'm going to have to go and see if I can catch some. I missed that too, Sinitra.
Yeah, man, you got to go back and watch it. It's a lot of people that put it on YouTube, so you can watch it. It's everywhere. Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm getting 5 minutes. So that's what it is. They literally kicked their corpses for the better part of, how long was it, y'all? I know it was over an hour. You just kicked them all across the stage for no apparent reason. Like, it was just over. I felt like Dipset could have just walked away. Just get down, just leave. Take that whole crew with you. Look like they brought the whole projects with them. Just leave. Walk away. And then Styles P talking about, I don't want nobody to think it was a beef. Boy, ain't nobody thought that. We just witnessed the crime, and the only thing missing was the yellow tape and the chalk outlines, because they were so busy twitching they couldn't hold still for the artist. But I'm gonna leave that part alone. And then
so it was 2 hours and 10 minutes.
2 hours and 10 minutes of a crime that we watched committed.
Damn.
Yeah, they beat him in 5 minutes, according to the people here. Jim Jones fell off the stage, talking about he was stage diving. Boy, you didn't stage dive, you fell. Corpses often fall. You fell. Yes, it was horrible. Yes, DT, 2 hours too long. I mean, I enjoy, the entertainment. However, yeah, it was over. It was over. Like, you beat them half to death. Now you got Fat Joe talking about, the price just went up. Of course, now that they have gone and exposed themselves as hitmen, it wasn't a waste of time. It was entertaining, baby. It was entertaining. Jada was on his stuff that night.
That's bad.
Jada was on his stuff that night. It was like an exhibition. Like, they came out just to do an exhibition, and they needed somebody to beat up on just to show you what they could do. So, yeah. So, I mean, this is not going away anytime soon. And what I want to know for the people, has anybody checked on Jim Jones? Y'all know if he all right? Y'all know Jim's sensitive. I'm going to need somebody to check on Jim. Check on Jim, somebody, because Jim has started crying, calling people names and stuff. We don't know what'll happen once Jim gets sensitive. Hey, Sandra.
Hey.
How you doing, boo?
I'm good. I don't know what I was doing. Take me off, Anitra, please.
Okay, baby. All right. Well, she didn't mean to hit it, but all right. That's okay too. That's okay too. But anyhow, yeah, I'm not sure why that happened. You said maybe we should do an encore. If they want to do an encore, we'll go over on what's the thing we was on yesterday? Zoom. Y'all know I don't know this stuff like that. So we can go over on Zoom and do an encore. If the people who didn't see it, if y'all want to watch it, we'll watch it.
I would love it. Yes.
Okay, we'll do. JC, coordinator. They say they want to do an encore. So you tell us when they can do it. If you want to do it maybe tomorrow after we get through with the Potomac recap, we can. It's cool with me. Whatever y'all want to do, I'm fine. Okay, she said yes. So that's what it is. We'll do that. But somebody need to check on Jim, because Jim and his little legs. Phoenix say, oh my God, poor Chrissy. Hope Jim don't take it out on her like he always does. I don't know whether he takes stuff out on Chrissy. I don't know. Chrissy looked like she bite people. So I don't know whether Jim gonna try that. I don't know. But I know Jim will get sensitive and start crying and whatnot. So there's that. So somebody check on him, do a well check, and make sure everything is cool. Now, I got to slide on over. Keaton, are you still here? Because I need to ask you some stuff too. If he gone, then we'll ask him the next time he come back. Let me see. Hold on. And they said Jewel Santana had 5 hats, 3 coats, 10 chains, and 1 suit. Y'all gonna let this man live with his teeth.
I can't. I'm dead.
I didn't send it. It was on the community tab. It's always gonna be on the community tab when we do members events. Yeah, he up in age now, but he still acts like a little boy when he started pouting. Yeah, yeah, for real. Linda say Jim Jones' legs probably was weak from missing leg day in the gym. You know how insecure he is about them little frog legs. He got every right to be. He got every right to be. Yes, 1, 2, Jesus, 1. Oh my God, y'all are terrible. The sniping has begun. Jam say he high and still talking smack. Girl, how does he have to be? Jim, you're a corpse. These people finished you. I'm telling you, and this beating is not going to go away anytime soon. This beating is not going away no time soon. He was in the chat. He might have stepped out. I don't know. But okay, so next up on the agenda. Now we got to talk about this mess, unfortunately, because I hate to even waste my time talking about the city girls, but here we go again. Because I got questions, right? Say his knees got weak, buckle, and he fell off stage, and you hope he brushes that 1 tooth. Well, I believe he brushes that 1 tooth.
No, she
And this girl say Freaky got that ADHD with no meds. I'm through. You here? Okay, good. Because we got questions for you in just about a minute. And it's related to this story right here. Now, Young Miami and JT. Here we go with these two. Now, JT is all into her man, talking about she happy and she ain't got time for nobody. Yada, yada, yada. Right? So, I'm not fooling with y'all snipers down there. So apparently, Young Miami took to Twitter to talk about that if she don't check on her and trying to act like she's so single and free. But wasn't the rumor just out that her and Diddy were a couple? So are they a couple or are they not a couple? That's the question I got. Because how do you have time to worry about whether JT is checking on you? Or are you just this man's plaything? And I'm gonna ask Keaton because he's the only man here. Deb was here and Deb left. So I need to know if this particular syndrome affects men as well as women, or what the real story is. Miss Sparkle, hey, how you doing? Welcome. I never seen you in the chat, but I'm happy to see you. You are very welcome here with the royal family. So the question that I got, it looks like my audio is messing up. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Well, I don't know. Is it working now? I think I'm okay. How's my audio, y'all?
Sound okay to me.
Okay. So I may be good. Okay, good. So that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, he's supposed to be with Young Miami. So I'm trying to figure out how she got time to worry about Carisha. So this is where I'm confused, right? My confusion comes in because I know this is a thing with women. And I need to know if it's a thing with men. Any other men in here, y'all welcome to grab the link, hop up here because I got questions and I need some answers. Okay, can you grab the link? Any other men in here? DT, you a man. I need the men to come up because I got questions and I need answers. Something is going on. Now,
I'm going to bow out,
apparently,
Anitra. I'm going to be in the chat. I love you, and I will not be ashamed to come on and voice an opinion.
that's right. You come up anytime you get ready, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Anytime, sis. Bye.
All righty. Bye.
So this is the thing. It appears, Lord, Shaquila say my audio is stronger than Jim Jones' ankles. That just took my breath away. Oh my. Now Catherine says, Young Miami did say if we go back in lockdown, she gonna have another baby. She did say that. And then, okay, wait a minute. You say who's girl? You ain't. I know we talked about this over on the porch. That apparently Diddy and Young Miami are a couple. And I need to understand if they're a couple, how did she have time to worry about what JT is doing with her man or how she don't have time for her? Because I feel like that's what I feel like that's what she was implying, was that JT don't have time for her because she's with her man. Okay, Quiet Storm 87 says she's just his beard. Okay, that makes sense. But this is the part that I want to know, because I know that this is a thing. You just laughing. Okay. So this is a real thing and y'all know it. Now, all of you ladies, y'all can let me know if I'm right or wrong. Usually, if you have a friend that ain't got no man, when you get your man and you happy with your man and you spending time, y'all doing what y'all do, sitting up eating snacks in the bed, watching movies, grinning, kicking and whatnot, your single friend is quick to tell you, oh, you ain't got time for me no more. Thank you for the super sticker. Love my dogs too. I appreciate you supporting the stream. So what I'm trying to understand is, okay, first of all, let me see in the chat. Am I right with what I'm saying? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? How your friends will do that to you? Mo Walker said they turn into haters. Yeah, some of them do turn into haters. And then some of them will just act like they get real needy all of a sudden. Okay, so I'm not wrong. Okay, this is something that really, really happens. Like, I've had friends pretend like I was rubbing my relationship in their face and everything else. Keaton said he trying to get his headphones. Yeah, because I need some understanding. So I know it happens with women, but this was something I wanted to know from the men. DT, I'm not understanding why you ain't brought your hips up here, because I have questions and I need answers. So what I want to know that from the men, does this happen and does it happen the same way? Because see, I can't speak for no men. I ain't never been a man. I ain't never wanted to be like that. Diamond Pearl Jim say my friends ain't like that. Well, my current friends ain't like that, because the ones that were like that, I got rid of them. He just say it be low key hate. Okay. Oh, we got a so pretty girl. Hey, Chris,
Hi.
how you doing? Oh,
Let
you
me
look so
mute.
pretty. Your skin is just
Thank,
glowing, girl.
thank you. Thank you.
So tell me what you think about this. Like, I'm not sure how to read it, whether her and Diddy are really together or whether that was just something they doing or whether he don't have time for her. And that's why she doing the, okay, you my homegirl, but I'm going to hate on you routine. What is going on?
Well, I have a question myself because I am that single friend. But if I
Okay.
can, let me explain.
Okay.
So I always say I'm single by choice, not by force. I can be
Okay.
with any man, but I got standards. But I have a best friend that's like that. And what my thing is she'll get with a man and I no longer exist. Like, she won't answer my phone calls. She won't return calls. She won't text back. And this is not like a week or a day. This is some months go by. And then
Mm,
out of the blue, I'll hear from her. And I have another friend that hang with me and her single and we'll kick it or whatever. And after a while, I quit calling, I quit texting, I just let it go. But
right.
it seems like I'm the one that's wrong because I'm the single friend. And it's like, am I wrong? And if I am, I accept it. But at the same time, it's like, well, don't ignore me, because when you break up with him, you call me. You see what I'm
Okay, so
saying?
you right. And I could see it from that angle. Now, if your friend do just switch out like that, or it's some stuff where the man really don't want you to be involved or don't want you around, like, I could see that. But
Right.
is it possible? I'm gonna just ask the question. I'm playing the devil's
Hmm.
advocate. Is it
Hmm.
possible that they not ignoring you, but they just too wrapped up in what they doing with their man?
That could be true. That could be very possible. And like I said, I want to know, because I don't want to be that single friend. It's like, what I'm saying, always in the mix, always trying to complain that I don't see you, I don't hear from you. I don't want to be like it. So it was
Okay.
like, is it me? But
It
it's
may
like
not
it's
be you. I'm gonna
always.
say this because y'all know I'm always saying follow your first mind and follow your
Hmm.
instinct. Now, if your friend just caught up doing the do why did it, you know how it go, then that's one
Right.
thing. But if you feel like when you do talk to this person, their attitude and their temperature towards you has changed, follow your
Yeah.
instinct because your gut might be on point. Now, there are some sisters that will get a man and then they start to distance themselves because sometimes I don't want to be the one to put it in the air, but sometimes they might feel like that you might be competition. Or maybe if he see you around too much, he might start looking at you. Or maybe she start feeling herself like, oh, I got a man, I don't need you around because you might get jealous of my relationship, or they feel like you're gonna hate on them. So that can happen too. Now, I'm not saying it can't, it can.
Right. Right. And that's what I be feeling sometimes. It's like what she'll do is after some months done went by, I ain't heard from or whatever, she'll call and she'll be like, well, you have been hanging with the other friend and you and her been chilling and you don't care about me and you don't want to be with me no, be friends with me and all this shit no more. And it's like, girl, we is too old for all that. But what I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do is be put on the back burner every time you get a man. This is every single time. Like she done missed 3 birthdays in 3 years because you got a man and you're occupied. And I'm
Oh.
fine with that. I ain't never been a hater. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, it's like, be fair. Don't call me and say, I'm picking friends and I'm choosing sides. And the real case is you ain't answering the phone. You ain't text me back. You ain't called me back. So I just left the shit alone. But don't put the blame on me like I'm the one that's wrong.
Now, some people do that when they feel guilty. So they got to make it your
Right.
fault so they don't have to be accountable for how they really doing you too. So you got to
Right.
be
That's how I
mindful of that.
feel.
That's what I'm saying. Now, what I think is going on between these two young ladies, that's different than what you talking about. You better follow your
True.
mind. Because this one here might not have never really been your friend, girl.
Very true. And I've been thinking and wondering that. And that's why I wanted to call in to get everybody's opinion. I'm going to go back and read the comments.
But look
But
here,
yes,
Jazzy Cuteness say, oh, she not your friend, girl. Yeah, she's not your friend. That's what that is. When somebody ghosts you, they missing birthdays and stuff. That's not a matter of, she's acting like this or that. She really was trying to give you her behind the kiss, and she wanted you to keep running behind her. That's not
right.
your friend, girl. That ain't none of your friend. You got the peep game. She was on some foolishness.
Okay.
Like for real, for
Okay.
real. Yeah, that's something different. Because
Okay.
I had one that literally, if I got in a relationship and I was doing my thing and we was doing what we do, I'm sure you done been in relationships and you know how it is. When it's new,
Right.
you be caught up. Everybody is, everything is everything. You ain't tired of him yet. Everything cool. You don't really have the same time to socialize that you normally would have had, you know?
Exactly. And that's fine.
And
That's
that's
fine.
fine. Girl, she would sit up there, catch her attitude, stop answering calls, and then have her call me out of the blue after a while and be like, well, I felt like he was rubbing it in my face. And I said, how? How? So I can't mention who
Exactly.
I'm dealing with? Okay, cool. And that's when I realized this somebody that don't want you to be happy. So you got some of them that just don't want to see you happy. They want you to be miserable with them because they ain't really got nothing going on. And you got some of them that are just territorial. They don't want you to be
True.
around nobody but them. And that
True.
stuff get crazy. And I was trying to find out from the men what's going on. Apparently, Keaton ain't never find his headphones, and DT won't come holler at us. You know what it is? I think sometimes when the women get to talking, the men be like, I ain't talking to them.
I don't want to join in that. I don't want to be in that at all.
But it's the
I
truth, though.
understand.
So what you think about this mess with JT and Young Miami? Do you think she really dating Diddy, or what is going on?
I'll be honest. I have see, there we go. There you go.
Hey,
Hey, Q, listen. So you heard the combo. You know the vibe. The question is, do men have those same problems? Like if you start a relationship, does it turn into a situation with your homeboys? Do they get petty and silly? Hey, Miss Vanjie, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate the support, sis. I appreciate that. Now, Q, back to these men. Do y'all have the same issues, or what happens? Like when you start a relationship and you really digging, whatever girl it is. And we ain't gonna give out too many clues and cues because you know they be taking notes when you talk to try to see what they need to do, whether they need to grow their hair out, cut their hair, change how they dress, they where they can catch you. So don't give out no clues and cues. But when you start dating, do you have you ever had an issue where your homeboys are like you spending way too much time over there, you acting funny because you with this chick? Does that happen with men?
In my experience, it does not.
Okay. You've never
I
seen that happen.
I think that's a woman's issue.
Okay.
Because too many feelings are involved. But on my end, no, everyone's with my friends when they start dating and we start dating, it's I'm happy for you, yay man, she's good, this, that, and the third. But there's never any competition or a disconnect when someone in our group starts dating.
Okay, so then let me ask you this. Is there a difference when one person in a male friend group gets married and settles down and now he can't really run with y'all like he used to? Is there ever a change in the friend dynamic when that happens?
Well, when that happens, absolutely, because then he has to get permission to go out, or he has to he has to plan around the situation to actually hang out when that wasn't an obstacle at first. So, but
Mm,
we can understand that because now you are a unit of two and you're not by yourself. So we get that.
okay,
However, when it becomes a constant thing where you always have to seek permission to do what you need to do, then that becomes the issue.
okay, that makes sense. Because literally, I was trying to figure that out when this whole thing came up. I was like, so what's the problem? Why does that happen? Because it's a recurring theme. Ronnie is
Mhm.
dying because you said get permission. Is that really how y'all see it? When one of your guy
Ab-
friends, can't run the street with y'all, he got to get permission.
Absolutely. I mean, we also have uh, it works the same with some of the women we hang out with that are single that are cool. I'm like, when they get married and they have kids, you got to get a sitter, you got to do that and the third. There's so many preparations that take place before you
Mm-hmm.
can actually get together and kiki and drink and party like you used to. So it's part of
Okay.
growing up,
That's
though.
how it was with, like, my friend. She wanted to get permission from her dude, or she'll agree to go out, and then all of a sudden it changed because the man wants to go do something else.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
you got to be considerate because I mean, you didn't have to answer to anybody when you were single, but when you become a unit, you got to make sure that the other person is okay before you even move forward. So that's a part of growing up. You have to understand if someone can't hang out and kiki and party like you used to because they're now with somebody who might not want that, but you got to check in with them. So yeah,
Yeah, somebody said in the chat too, what time you come back in? Cause yeah, I might be able to go hang with y'all, but I can't stay out to 2, 3, 4 in the morning because that man is not gonna be hearing it.
hmm
Right, and you gotta be respectful of that mate too, because that's your friend. She loves him, so you gotta respect him just like she do. But when it
Right.
turns into every single time you call and set it up, we finna go here, go there, and I don't have many friends, so
Mm-hmm.
you cancel, it's over with for me. I just gotta go home.
I
But
mean,
like I said, I ain't no hater, so I get that and understand. And
well,
I'll invite both of them. Like, well, invite him then. I'll go out and let's all go kick it. But
It don't
sometimes
never
that
work.
no,
other person has to be the designated driver to come pick your ass up
Facts.
when you've had too much to drink.
Facts. So now Q, what you think about this Young Miami and Diddy thing? You think these people really dating or this one of them situations they done set up for the media?
Well, when you go back to Diddy's posting and her posting, and it's been a couple months now. I actually think they are dating just from the body language from some of the photos they've both posted.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Like the body language was given a lot, but that body language could also mean that they done did something sneaky and freaky, and maybe it ain't
Right.
an actual relationship. Now that's what I'm kind of like. Mm,
I mean, they went to the Oscar parties together last year. She was sitting on his lap.
yeah,
They're holding hands. I mean, they're out at all these special events
yeah, they was at
together.
Rolling Loud. She up there posting pictures of him, And
They were at
he posted a picture. She put the flames up under it. I'm like, what is going on?
they were at a JC and Beyonce party last year, so I'm like, there's something going on.
Oh,
I hope she don't be another Cassidy.
you ain't lying. Cause you know,
That's what I hope.
if Diddy touch you, your career is over. Now I don't know whether he using roots, but something going on. Diddy mess with you, your career is dead. So
Something ain't right, because after Cassidy left, she been just fine and just happy with her little life. But when she was with that man, it was not a pretty sight.
yeah. Cause you know now they had them rumors. That's why I asked the question, because you know them rumors been out there about Diddy playing for the other team. And I feel like he's not trying to come on out with it. And I don't know why, because in this day and age, everybody's wide open and honest.
Yeah, I heard that. There's some other bloggers saying that Diddy, they kept changing that. Oh, he likes people instead of.
Yo, he do like people. He do. Y'all know he like people. That you know what I like that I ain't never heard it put that way. So I feel like, yeah, he like people. I think he like all the people. But I don't know. I just feel like him going that far with this whole, Carisha narrative is kind of like to offset that rumor.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's
Yep.
starting to look like to me, especially since she got time, y'all, to be sitting up there talking about, you ain't checking on me. Girl, you supposed to still be with your man. He supposed to be checking your temperature.
Right.
Something don't sound right there now. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to know. And Q, I appreciate you giving me a male's point of view. Because DT be leaving me hanging. DT don't want to tell me what it really is. Okay? Because I wanted to know. I know that's a real thing with women. Like whole friendships done ended. Y'all done been friends since kindergarten. And now all of a sudden, y'all ain't cool no more.
Oh yeah,
Because one of them got a
I still have friends who refuse to invite other friends because they're married, because they're like, well, we don't have time to wait for permission and this, that, and the third. Like when we want to go, we need to go.
So that's how y'all men do it. Y'all just throw the comment right on out there.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so does that ever turn into like, I know men don't do the hurt feelings or whatever, but does it ever turn into, a little bit of a disconnect because y'all put it out there like that? Like, we ain't got time to wait for permission.
Oh, it's always like, oh, well, Willie's whipped and this, that, and the third. Well, he got to, we ain't got time because he has to wait on, such and such and just stuff like that.
Okay, so now we done went down the rabbit hole. I got another question. Have you seen some of these brothers, after they get told that they've been whipped, start trying to like poke their chest out and prove that they're not whipped and start doing stuff that's detrimental to their relationships?
Oh yeah, they've gotten a little cocky, a little peacockish. Like, well,
Trying
that's
to prove something to the fellas.
when you're supposed to be at home by 2 o'clock, and then you were like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna come home at 4 o'clock.
Oh.
Well, yes, I've
So
seen
you're
that
just gonna
too.
take the charge, basically.
Oh man, yep, that's a good way to put it. Sis. They just gonna take the charge. Like, go ahead, run it up. I cop a plea later.
And it never comes up when they disappear from social media for a couple of days and don't make no post.
And so after they get in trouble trying to prove something to y'all sit back and laugh at them after they get in trouble.
Yep. Or you get the text message saying that, just let her know, we went got something to eat at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's why we were late. This, that, and the third. And I'm just like, I ain't gonna lie for you.
So you ain't never lied for one of your friends. Your hand to God. You ain't never covered for nobody.
I'm like, you can
Nigga
ask.
trying to get cussed out, basically.
I ain't trying to be in the mess. I'm like, you can get Nathan or somebody else to cover for you, but don't have her call me.
Oh, so if they call you, you gonna tell the truth, you just gonna refuse to talk.
I refuse to talk, and I won't tell the truth because I don't want to answer those questions when I know you're out in the wrong.
Well, see, they answer it all right there. They tells it all.
Ladies, are y'all
It's
paying
the woman
attention
paying
to this?
attention.
We getting the inside track on how this thing go. There is a text message, ladies, that goes to the homeboys to say, hey, if she called, this is what it is. Oh my God. I had a
Don't stop
girlfriend
me.
try that with me, with her husband. Listen, y'all, no warning. Because y'all know I love nails. I used to do nails. So I went by her house to do her nails. And I'm sitting there, I'm hooking her up. Next thing I know, her husband walk in and is like, oh, I heard y'all had a good time last night on y'all ladies' night. And I'm looking at her like, ladies' night? Oh, you lying. Then she tell me later, oh, I was out with my little boo thing. He took me shopping, whoop de whoop. I say, oh, hell no. I don't think I talked to her no more like that ever. But I think we spoke again maybe 5 or 6 months later. Like I cut her almost completely off behind that crap.
I see you, Sabitra.
For
I had
real.
2 of my friends do me like it, and both of them got caught because I told both of them, look, I get too high. Don't be doing that. You need to call me ahead of time and forewarn me what's going on. Give me a little preview of the story, because other than that, he gonna get the truth, because I don't know. Sorry.
Man, look,
Exactly.
I didn't say nothing because I knew that man was violent. And I'm like, look, I'm not finna be in here fighting with your husband. That's what I'm not finna do. Don't be putting me on the spot talking about, you done lied on me. You didn't even send me the text message. You say they at least send you a text message and be like, hey, if she called. I didn't get a text message, y'all, a carrier pigeon smoke signal, nothing.
Yeah. Usually, I'll get a heads up. And like my own damn sister tried to play that with her husband because she had too much to drink and she was hanging out with her friends. She was like, by the way, I'm like, no, we ain't going down this road.
Wait a minute, Q. You wouldn't even cover for your sister?
No.
Oh, now you cold. Now I don't know about that. Now, if it was my sister, I might have had to think about it. Yeah,
No,
she didn't warn me about the lie she told at all.
I couldn't do it because I knew if I got asked again, I would slip up. And I was just like, I don't even want that on my conscience. Like, nope.
Ooh. Mo Walker said you cold for that. She said you cold. Because I don't know. Now
I
my
agree.
sister, yeah. Now if it was my sister, I might have cussed her out later. But I'd have covered for my sister if worst came to worst.
See, I would have done
See,
that too, to be honest.
my sister is what, 16 years older than me. So when my sister would have to watch me when I was smaller, she would always get me drunk on wine coolers to put me out with a nap.
So that was your form of payback. You decided I ain't covering for you because you used to make me go to sleep when mama left me with you.
Pretty much. I blamed my
You wrong
alcohol
for that.
issues on my sister.
You are wrong for that. That is dead wrong. I had to help my sister with some foolishness. She gave somebody a ride, and then the guy didn't tell her he was literally about to like kidnap somebody. Wild story, but
Wow.
it's true. The girl had apparently stole like 10 bands from him. So he asked my sister, Lisa, give me a ride, to go meet this girl. He didn't even tell her him and the girl had words, were arguing or nothing. Last thing she knew, he was actually dating the girl. So she gives him
Wow.
a ride out there. He walks up to the house. She's thinking, oh, okay. He said, oh, Lisa, wait right here. So he walks up to the house. And when she knows anything, she looks up from her phone and he's dragging the girl to the car and was like, get in the car. The girl was crying. There was a gun out. It was everything. Like she flipped out, drove off, and left him and the girl standing there. And then her
What
car
in
Oh
the
quit.
my
world?
god.
Her car quit.
Oh
She
my
had to fix
gosh.
it. I think something happened, like she
Ronnie,
needed somebody to help her push it to get it to start back. And so she was scared. The police were out there. This girl called me. Y'all, I went flying over there. Y'all know I'm down by law. So I went flying over there. This girl was literally in somebody's yard, like 3 streets over, hiding underneath a car. I
wow.
had to
Oh
go
my
and get my sister
God.
Wow.
and help her push the car with the front of my truck so she could, pop the clutch and crank it up. Like, if it's my sister, I'm going down.
And Ronnie, yes, wine coolers are Kool-Aid, but not when you're 6 and 7 years old.
Oh man, you can't
Oh.
be holding the grudge. That's not fun. That ain't right.
Getting me drunk to pass, getting me drunk to pass out so you can go party with your friends.
Because you was probably gonna snitch. You giving me snitch vibes right now. She had to give it to me. You giving me
See?
straight snitch vibes. DT, what's up, baby?
Hi, Sunitra. Hi, Christian Key. Hi, Keaton.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, DT.
So tell me what you know,
Um,
and what have you gone through with the whole relationship and the friend dynamic? Like, did it change the friend dynamic, or were you the friend and your other friend got in a relationship and started acting real funny?
it's interesting because well, first of all, I'm part of the LGBT community, so there's no comments on that part. But a lot of the times I just understood because the majority of my friends were women, so it was just like, okay, they had a relationship with their man, so of course, like, we understood that if they were going to spend more time with their man, it was just to build their relationship and their life together, and that we as friends were meant to support that relationship until it got too funny. If it got too funny and went down the funny road, then that's when we're just like, nope, we're getting involved. We have to, protect our friend at the end of the day. So it was just a matter of, we will support you, we'll support that friend and whoever that friend is with, and building their relationship together. But if it got funny, that's when we will get involved.
But you never felt disconnected from your friend, or never had a friend that just act like they didn't have no friends once they got a man or once they got a woman or whatever.
No, not really. And because we always knew that if they will always make time for us if they needed to. But yeah, I will be honest, there was times, I think, where there was a friend who was just like, who spent far too much time with their significant other. But but eventually they got back and talked about building. They were like, okay, yeah, we didn't spend enough time with you because we were trying to build a relationship together. But at the end of it all, we still understood that they were just trying to build their lives together. Yeah.
And
I
okay,
don't know
now
if that
I
makes any
thought
sense.
that you said far too much time with their significant other. Now, how much time, y'all, is far too much time with your significant other? That's what I need to know.
See, my friend didn't tell us that they were with their significant other for like 4 months.
Oh, so you didn't even know they had a relationship?
Nope, we didn't know, and we didn't know until like 4 months later into their relationship when they were like, "Oh, we're together," and we're like, "Right."
Ooh, that's a mess. That's a mess. Because I was wanting to know what's far too much time. Because in my book, if that thing is real good, hey, you might not have time for nobody. You might not have time to come up for air. You might not have time to do nothing but take a bath and go back to shut up, Shanika. But I'm just saying, things
Mm.
be happening the way y'all know we grown, so y'all know stuff be happening
Yeah.
when it's brand new and people is real good at what they do. That's all I'm saying.
Right. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You do what you do. You feel me? As I said, love is a beautiful thing. Trust me. It is. And when you
Yeah.
in it, enjoy it at all times, especially if you're happy and they are making you truly happy and you're not just there for the other person. But
Right.
at the same time, don't go
Mm-hmm.
6 months and then call me out the blue talking about, hey, how you doing? Well, I got a new boyfriend and we've been living together and and it's like, dude, what? I ain't heard from you. What boyfriend? Who is this man? What? Wait a minute. I ain't met him. And
Christian, I'll be
it's
honest, that was
time.
my reaction. That was my reaction right there.
I'm just
because
saying, like,
because our friend was still with us. My friend was still with us, and
Mm.
but didn't reveal anything, and would say, "Oh, I'm going to a meeting," but then would be out with their significant other until like 2 a.m. in the morning, and then
wow.
Ooh.
and then covered it up and said it was a meeting. I was like, okay.
But now, come on. In defense of your friend, I've done that. I've done that.
Yeah.
I've had me a little new boo back in the day when I was still catching boos and whatever. And I didn't always tell people, when I was first talking to somebody, because it's not, y'all know, when it's brand new, it ain't everybody's business. Because it might not
Mm-hmm.
work out. And so you might not want to put that out there. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was a few times when I was like, dressed to come to the club and we all left from the house in our different cars and I never made it to the club. And they was like, well, what happened to you? We was waiting for you in the park. It's like, my bad. I got a little sick. I had to go back
And I
home.
agree with that. I agree with that because, you know, it's just like at the end of the day, they were just building, you know, they were trying to see whether they actually had, you know, love with each other. And they're going really strong for over a year now. So we were just like, yep, we know it took you like over 4 months to tell us about it, but we're glad you took that time to build your love for each other. So
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? That relationship stuff get tricky. That's why I be wanting to ask questions. And I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's like it's not y'all problem that I'm nosy, but I be wanting to know, and I be wanting to know from the men and the women what y'all think and what had happened. Because that mess with them two little messy city girls, it made me really ask questions. Because I caught what one of our sisters said, I think it was Jazzy Cuteness, was like when you in your 19s and 20s, but some of these chicks is in their 40s and 50s and still acting silly. Still acting silly. So I'm like, what is the deal? Why is this an issue? And I just had to know if men have the same type of thing, but if it's like a different type, you know, if it's the same but different. Because a lot of stuff between men and women, it's the same, but it's different. That's why I had to ask. And then Q really gave us the insight as to why some of these men be getting themselves into trouble. Because the brothers just throw it at you like, oh, you got to ask for permission and we ain't got to do that. And you killing us with this permission, Q. Y'all really feel like these men are asking our permission to go out?
Absolutely.
They don't. Listen, I can tell you.
I've seen it firsthand in my experience where I had some friends who made the phone call and sent a text message saying, "Oh, well, you know, Q and such and there are going out. Can I go out? Or what's going on tonight? Do you think I have time to hang out for a little bit?" It's literally asking for permission.
But see, now hold on. Now all people in marriages don't do that. Daddy has never asked my permission to go nowhere. Never. Not once in all the years we've been together. He ain't never called me and say, "Neat, can I go hang out with the boys? Or can we go to the basketball court? Or can we go to the bar?" It was always, you know, courtesy, a text or something, be like, "Baby, we're gonna be at the bar. We gotta go watch the game or whatever." And that's really all I require. I would find
this is a whole new generation.
Oh, so oh my bad. It's the younger folks that need permission.
It's a whole new generation of how stuff is being done.
Oh,
I guess it's like trust. I guess it's a trust.
Go ahead, DT.
Oh, sorry. No. You go ahead, Christian.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I hate because of my generation and my age and how mature minded I am, which is why I'm single. Is because it's like it's a handful of us that's, I hate to say it, excuse my language, but fucked up. And the ones that are not, we just sitting out here like, hey, you know, I'm gonna sit in the back in the cut because I don't got time. I'm too mature for this. Like, I'm 31, but you act like I'm 41. Me and my sister are 10 years apart, and she acts like she's 31 and she's 41. So
that happens. I got a sister like that. I got you.
So yeah, I hate that part because you know me, I'm like you, Sinitra. I don't give a damn. Take your ass home. Just make sure you bring your ass home. If you've been gone a couple hours, call and check in. Just say, hey, I'm all right.
Like my biggest concern was always if you drank too much, tell one of them to drive you home and we'll go get the car in the morning. Like I've never been concerned like, oh, you going out, when you coming back, who going I don't give a darn, as long as you ain't telling me to come over there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
now, if I ain't got to put my good wig on and come over there, I'm cool. I don't care what you do. Just don't drive the car if you done drank too much. Leave the car, lock it up, and tell one of them jokers to drop you off.
Right.
Like that was my biggest concern. But Q put some real stuff out there. He said this is a new generation. So I
agree.
Pardon me from speaking from the standpoint of somebody that got too many rings on this tree. I done seen a few too many winters. Okay. Now, DT, what you going to say about trust?
I was just going to say, it's also a trust thing. It's like the ability to realize, like, yeah, we're in a relationship, but that doesn't mean that, we've got your freedom to do things. I've got the freedom to do things. And at the end of the day, we mutually trust each other that we know we will be home, and that we will enjoy each other's company, but we also would like to enjoy other people's company, as friends. So
yeah. I'm trying to figure out what the young girls got going on that the man need permission to go somewhere. That's the listen. When you said that, I swear I thought you was joking. Like people really real life asking for permission. A grown man, full grown. You can vote, smoke cigarettes, weed. You can buy liquor. You can do all kind of stuff, but you need permission to go somewhere.
All this stuff in this day and age is all done on social. So you got to send a tweet, a DM, a link on Instagram to let everybody know where you at, just for confirmation. It's a lot.
I would never go nowhere if I had to do all it. I'm just saying that sounds really tiring. It sounds
share a location on Snapchat just to make sure you're at where you're supposed to be at. It's a lot.
So what's going on with our young ladies that we need permission? I mean, let me just say this for the record. This is a PSA. This is an old heifer PSA. If you need permission, location, all the particulars about who gonna be there, how long it took him to drive there, how long it take him to drive back, who gonna be there when he get there, who gonna be there after he leave. If you need all that, you don't need him. That means you don't trust him. If you don't trust him, get rid of him.
I just think there's a vast of insecurities on both ends.
I agree with you on that, Q.
But why is it happening? Why do y'all think that's happening? Because listen, let me just say this for the record. The girls now are way prettier than we used to be. The girls now, these some gorgeous girls. They come out looking like supermodels. So how are you insecure? Like we were some rough looking girls. Like we did. All us look like we had done hard time by the time we was 20. Like we had to grow up. Our glow up didn't come till we was almost 40.
I feel as though it's for validation, for likes, clicks, and views at this point with this generation. And if you can share it and get comment and feedback and commentary from it, then it makes it validates it. And if you can't, then it's just a waste of time. It's a weird social experiment.
I agree with that. I agree with that because it's, we're living in a world where social media is, so your entire life is plastered on social media. So as a result, you do get insecure about how you look or how you present yourself or how you speak, etc. So there does need to be an external validation. It's no longer about, your internal validation of yourself as a person. You have to have that external validation just to at least breathe.
Oh, so they crazy.
I'm like, because case in point, my niece is 12 years younger than me. And she has almost 200,000 followers online, and she has to post every single thing she does just for validation, for people to agree with what she's doing or what she's eating or what she's wearing. And I'm just like, but why?
Exactly.
It's an addiction.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you ask me, I'm sort of a conspiracy theorist. It's really like basically Facebook, Instagram, all that is set up on purpose. And what I have done my research about is like certain days you log on and it'll be your feed will be filled with all romantic stuff, couples doing romantic stuff, and couples doing this, couple doing that. And the next day it'll be your feed will be all about people who done died, people who done passed away. Then the next day your feed is all about babies and people who done had a baby, finna have a baby. And it's sort of like he said, it's like a validation that these people want to get from Instagram, from Facebook. You got to get so many likes. You got to get so many followers. And it's like, for what? You're not getting paid for it. Well, half of the people ain't no way. And these people, you don't know them at all. You'll never meet half of these people that you're friends with, besides the friends that you're friends with the people you know of. So why does it matter what they say or how they feel about you? Or even if you got a like on that post. So that's why I just logged off Facebook. I logged off Instagram. The only time I get on this to tell somebody happy birthday in my family.
Yeah, it's weird. It's becoming very weird. And see, I didn't even think about the whole social media aspect of relationships now. And Mo Walker said some real stuff. Mo said that ain't no one-on-one relationship. That's a one-on 100,000 or 105,000, however many people is on your darn social media. That's weird, y'all. That's strange as hell. I'm glad
I mean,
that I didn't start dating during this time with the social media because I wouldn't have never had no man.
It's like you invite everyone into your relationship when you're trying to build something solid, and yet everyone has an opinion and a comment on what you should be doing
exactly.
every time
And
you
like
post something.
exactly. And even on like you go on social media to announce that you're in a relationship. That's like if you go on Facebook and they have
It's
that
like
tool where
you're
you're
in a
like,
relationship
I'm
with.
announced. Yeah, that one. So it's just
That's
like
weird.
it's weird.
But y'all taught me something tonight. That's why I like talking to people. Cause I didn't know that people was legit asking for permission. We used to call men like that hen picked or mama's boys. You know what I'm saying? The woman leading you around by the apron strings. That's the kind of terms that we had for men who was legitimately asking this woman for permission to just be social.
Oh,
That's
you got a white glove everything in this whole society at the moment.
oh my
Hmm.
God. No, this is getting it's just it has gone beyond weird for me. I know I'm not ready and I can respect when I'm out of my depth. I don't understand none of this is happening. They go from, everything with a relationship has to be picture perfect or we need to get rid of it. Or, then you got the whole attitude of let's throw all black men away. And then you got the crew that's like, the gender wars. Let's throw all the black women away. Then you got if it's not perfect, if I can't put it on social media, it don't matter. It's crazy. I'm not understanding what's happening. In the meanwhile, the same people will go online and they start talking about, why your grandparents had long marriages because grandmama didn't give a darn what Willie Earl was doing. That's why.
Hmm.
Grandma didn't feel like she had to go tell May Catherine and Eula Bell everything that Willie Earl did in the house. That's why they was together 40 and 50 years. It's just a lot of confusion.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just that it just feels as though this whole entire generation needs validation from people who they've never met to
Hmm.
exist and get approval for what they do, which is crazy.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
y'all, I think we got it figured out. The people is crazy. That's the answer to the conundrum. We didn't know what was causing it, but there it is. Whoop, there it is. And the last thing I'm going to mention for the night, and I'm going to let y'all good people go because we done been out here swatting mosquitoes on this porch here long enough. Did y'all see that Amber Guyger had the audacity to try to get an appeal after she killed that boy? Remember both from Gene, the young man who was in his apartment minding his business, and that little clear girl went to his apartment and shot him and said she thought that she was in her apartment. You remember her? They sentenced her to all them good years for killing
And
that
then
young
Yeah, I
man.
Oh,
remember
and
right.
that.
then
Yeah.
the judge gave her a hug and gave her a Bible.
Yeah, wasn't that something? A hug in the Bible and locked her monkey behind her. Well, this tramp had the nerve, y'all, to try to appeal to overturn the conviction. I felt like that was a whole lot of nerve, but then she lost the appeal. And so it's my understanding that she was crying again.
Uh,
I'm glad her privilege is not working for her at all.
exactly. Speaking of people who are suing, people who are suing. Apparently, that Ashton Bassett, whatever that clear girl's name, the one that got shot inside the Capitol on January the 6th. Apparently,
Yes, yes.
family's
One of the
her
people that was
family's
there for the
suing the police.
revolution. Wait a
Yeah, yeah,
minute.
yeah, yeah.
So one of the revolution protesters got shot and now she's suing the police.
No, her family's suing the police because she got killed,
Yes, okay,
and
so
they'll
the
say
whole family's suing the police.
yes,
Oh hell
Makes
no.
no
yes,
sense.
It don't make no sense. They shoot they, like I said before, it had it been 10 black folks at the Capitol, it would have been a mass funeral. That's what it would have been. It wouldn't have
exactly.
been one girl. This is ridiculous. But these people are really crazy. So there's that on
They,
that. But I couldn't get over
hmm
Amber Guyger having the audacity. How do you want to overturn a conviction when you went to this man's house and shot him?
Right.
And then they
Exactly.
came out later that she used to mess with this dude or something. So I feel like you knew good and well it was his house. You went over there to
Mhm.
shoot him because he didn't want to give you no more of that good meat. Now that's what this was
And that's
about.
what I said from the
Hey,
beginning. Either she wanted him and he didn't want her, or she had him and he didn't want her again. So she got
I
mad and thought her
wholeheartedly
white
agree.
privilege and her being a cop was gonna let her pass for what she did. No, ma'am.
Well,
I
it's not her
agree. I
fault
wholeheartedly agree.
because the American media and the American justice system has given these people the impression that they can kill as many black folks as they want to, and ain't nothing gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah, they knew each other because they said something about them two was messing around. I didn't get all the particulars, but I'm sure gonna look into it. And if they were messing around, how did you not know that you were at his house? You knew you was at that man's house, and you
And what
also
black personally they do unlock till you walk straight in.
yeah, you walked straight in because you done been there before. Wait, hold on, let me put that back. See,
He was
Jazzy
probably
Q
wa-
said they go crazy for that BBC. I'm dead. I'm so dead. What did I read that?
he was probably waiting for her to come through.
Either that or he told her don't come through no more. And she lost her mind. Now I know, this is a case of, in my opinion, y'all, don't kill me. But I feel like this ain't even just a clear girl issue. This is a girl issue because there's a lot of girls that go real crazy when you cut them off. I got brothers, I got uncles, I got a bunch of male cousins, and I have seen some girls go real bananas when a brother say, I ain't doing it no more. It's like they can't handle when that man
Mm,
say no. We talk a
yeah.
lot about when men don't like it when a girl says no, but it's some girls that don't like it when a man says, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
I'm just saying, good night unto evil. So, yeah, it's a whole lot of that.
Speaking of sorry to
Not
change
digmatized.
topic.
Hold on. What you said? You said they be digmatized.
Yeah, I was reading Jazzy's comment.
Jazzy crazy. Jazzy is a new sniper, and Jazzy is on it tonight. She got a hair trigger. Because, see,
She's
this is the
sniping.
thing. I have watched the men in my family go through a lot of stuff. I have seen girls key their cars. I've seen girls put sugar in their tank. I've seen girls put them in all kind of trouble with the law, lie on them to the police. I have seen them go and cause trouble on their jobs to get them fired. And then when we do our investigation as sisters to find out, well, what did you do to this girl?
Mhm.
The only thing that these boys are guilty of is saying, I don't want no more. Now I don't know what it is. If any sisters are listening and you ever pull some of this crazy stuff, y'all don't do that. First of all, don't give these men the idea that their stuff is that special and important because you really pumping up his ego with that. Let me just tell you, he's sitting around with his friends laughing about, yep, I took it from her and she went crazy. So don't go pumping up that ego. And two, don't put yourself in trouble. Now there was a young lady not long ago, Mo Walker busting the windows out the car. There was this one girl,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all saw her on social media a few months back, that put the gasoline in that man's car and lit it on fire and it blew up in her face. Did y'all see that?
Mm.
Yes, I remember seeing that. Yes.
Oh Jesus.
And then she had the nerve to get up off the ground and pick up the can and run off. And I'm sitting there like, girl, if you was a cat, that was all 9 of your lives. All because the man said he don't want no more. Y'all can't lose your mind over a little piece of meat. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not cute,
So
lady.
I'm gonna keep it real since I done got up here. And I'm
Yeah,
an
keep
honest
it real.
person. I don't lie and I don't sugarcoat nothing. But I was one
Yeah,
of them.
you went
I
crazy
flipped
over a
out.
piece.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know if it was the Gemini in me or what it was, but me and dude was together and I was in love and it was New Year's Eve and he broke up with me. He told me nothing. I ain't gonna lie, he set me down and did it the proper way. He ain't explained nothing extra, but he told me, no, hey, this ain't working. I don't want to do this no more. We need to be apart. And initially, when he said it to me in my face, it was too much of a shocker because I honestly didn't see what was wrong, or if something was going wrong in a relationship, I didn't see it, and it might have just been me being blind or trying to be blind to the fact. But anyways, after we broke up and stuff, and he got with the next girl, and I found out he had a female. Oh, honey, hell broke loose. I wanted to do the old school, put the rag in the alcohol bottle, light that shit up, and roll past the truck. Excuse me for cussing. Roll past the truck and throw it in there. And I told my friend, and when I throw it in, I want you to park down the street because I want to watch it burn. I want to watch it burn. Me and the girlfriend was finna get into it. We was finna get into a fight at the park. It was bad. It was bad, and I had to sit down and I had to like smack my own self. Like, girl, get it together. You doing too much. The man don't want you. It is what it is, and he's not the only man you gonna ever have, and he's not the first and the last. So let it go. But it was something about him. He wasn't my first boyfriend or nothing like that. But I don't. It was something about the whole. I think it was he gave me everything I wanted. We lived together. We did the family thing, be around his family, trying to have a baby, all of that. And then you just come out the blue and like, I don't want to be with you no more. Wait a minute, why?
Oh,
And you don't tell me why? Yeah,
Okay,
we
so
got
what
problems.
set you off when you saw the new girlfriend? What set you off when you saw the new girlfriend? Was it an issue that you thought he was already messing with her, or what did it?
I think I felt he was already messing with her because the sister and the new girlfriend was best friends. And she'll be around every so often when we go, like to the family barbecues and stuff like that. But I really never saw her like that. So when I heard he had a
Mm.
girlfriend, I was fine. But when I saw who it was, that's when the anger came back in. I didn't
That's when
care
you
about the
lost
fact he
your
had a
mind.
gal. Yeah, I didn't care about the fact he had a girlfriend. You can have a girlfriend, but it was who the girlfriend was.
Oh, and that's what sent you over the edge.
Yes, ma'am. I was ready to set shit on fire. I was gonna take my charge. I ain't got no kids. Let's go. I ain't never been to jail.
Oh,
None of that. Let's do it. And I had to calm
golly.
myself down. I did. I really did.
Oh, girl, they got
Well,
deep.
So yeah,
I
I'll
we
be
were,
honest. But I'm not like that now. And if I was to get a man, I would restrain myself from
That's
embarrassing
right.
myself like that
Yeah, don't
ever
embarrass
again.
yourself. Don't do it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Well,
wild.
seeing that we were purging,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and purge too, because I
Okay,
can
run
add to
it.
that situation. So I was married for 3 years, and while I was in the military, she got a little crazy, and we had drills that ran um, 30 minutes over. And when I didn't come home on time, she decided, when I was in the shower, to set our kitchen on fire.
Oh,
Oh,
So she was
What?
my ex-wife.
oh,
So she
wow.
decided to burn down our kitchen because I was late and I had just got a new truck. And she decided to run her car into my truck because she was mad. And I wasn't
Oh,
sure what was going. Oh yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on with her. She was telling her family that I was beating her
oh,
and all sorts of stuff, which just didn't make any sense.
yeah,
And
no.
Oh
after we got
no.
divorced, I was under investigation for like 6 months because she ended up being killed. Um, she went to a casino in Lake Charles, and the guy who found her was stalking her. The guy was from Mexico, and they thought I had something to do with it, but her energy was just off for like 2 years, and I was trying to understand what was going on with her, of why she got batshit crazy. No, but yeah, she
whoa.
blamed me for being
Whoa.
late and all sorts of stuff, and it was madness.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. See, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, the crazy is on both sides. So I try to be fair. Because I know, we
Mm.
talk about men being trifling and what they do. But I just a lot of times I try to be fair and balanced and let it be known that we got some crazy sisters out here too now. Okay, some of us need some
Exactly.
therapy, medication, and a check on the 3rd and the 15th. Now that's
That's it
just real.
right.
I'm sorry you went through all that.
Mm,
You were late for 30 minutes, and she took it all the way. Like, I'm gonna ruin your whole life in
mm.
5 minutes.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yep, Yeah, she told the base commander that I was beating her and all sorts of stuff, which wasn't true
I'm
at
so
all.
sorry.
And them the games you don't play.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
real crazy.
Exactly.
so it was a lot.
Oh my God. Help me. See, I ain't never went through none of that. I never went crazy on nobody. I've had some dudes go crazy on me. Jazzy Cuteness says she got stalked for 10 years. The longest I've ever been stalked is like 3 months.
Ooh.
3 months was the longest I've ever been stalked, because you're not gonna get to stalk me that long. Not you, just not.
Mm.
I'm a different kind of girl. You're not gonna get to stalk me like that. You might start
How
off
do you
stalking
have
me,
that much?
and that's gonna turn around on you. I'm just saying, it ain't gonna go right. But but
How
that's
do you have
crazy.
that?
Mhm.
Sorry, Sanitra. I was just going to say, how do you have that much time to stalk someone for 10 years? Or even
10
3
years.
months?
Listen, crazy has energy that other people don't have. Crazy has superhuman energy, okay? Crazy is the people that can sit in your bushes for hours and hours just waiting for you to come home. Crazy has longevity and stamina. So, don't underestimate crazy. Please do not underestimate crazy.
I've
Always
always
respect
said
crazy.
I don't want nobody to love me that much.
Mm-hmm.
That's not love. That's possessiveness, and you got this person
Mm-mm.
has psychosis and a lack of medication. Either it ain't been subscribed
Mm-hmm.
or they behinds ain't taking it. That's what that is.
Exactly.
But listen, y'all, I ain't gonna keep y'all no more. I had a good time laughing with
Mm-hmm.
y'all. DT Key and Christian Key. Who came up earlier? That was who was that, y'all? That was
Was it Love My
Love
Dogs?
My Dogs who came up
Dogs,
earlier.
yeah.
I appreciate
Mm-hmm.
y'all sitting up here and talking with me on the porch. I appreciate everybody in the
Absolutely.
chat for sitting out there swatting mosquitoes with us and lighting them citronella candles. We finna get off the porch. We
Exactly.
done all had a drink. We had a long night last night and movie night. Keaton, I seen you come up in there and movie night with us for a little while. That was
I
Yes.
did.
cool. Yes,
I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to get
Ooh.
in on the next time.
you got to get in on it next
Exactly.
time. We be having fun. That's all we gonna do over here is have fun. So I'm gonna let y'all go to
Sorry.
bed. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna drink some more of this turmeric and ginger tea that burnt my throat because I think it worked. And I'm gonna let y'all have a good night. Hit the like button on your way out if you didn't hit it on your way in. Subscribe if you get it. If you haven't already, join membership if you get an opportunity. And I will holler at y'all tomorrow after we watch the Housewives of Potomac. In the meanwhile, y'all have a good
Yes.
night. I appreciate y'all on this
Yes.
point.
You too.
All right,
All
Right.
good night,
right.
y'all.
You have a good night,
Good
Bye,
night,
everyone.
everybody.
y'all. Oh man.